Welcome, Shawn Thomas here with Accelerators Organization. Let's get this mentor session going. As a reminder, as soon as 6 questions hit the queue from questions coming in to the portal, I will do a live stream. I would love to be doing these several times a day. So keep those questions coming. Want to get answers to you as fast as possible. Okay, the first question comes from Derek. And Derek says, when should I consider bringing in partners for a business? The background is this is a learning system that will primarily be delivered via an app and have web access as well. Thank you. Okay, Derek, it would be nice if I got a little bit more information on the background of why you're considering bringing in a partner. What are you lacking? Are you lacking money? Are you lacking people resources? Are you lacking workers? What are you lacking that's making you want to bring in a partner or even discuss bringing in a partner? To answer your question, those are the things that you would take into consideration when bringing in a partner. I always think that 1 + 1 equals more than 2, right? Sharon Lechter loves to say 1 + 1 = 11. And in business, think about this. It's fantastic to have a business partner, one that complements your skills. Let's say, for instance, you are great at sales and marketing and vision, and you lack detail-oriented type of work and operations. If you could get a partner who did operations and processes, and you're focused on sales, marketing, and vision, that could be a fantastic partnership. Because think about how much faster you could go in your business. Now, it's always nice when a good partnership is going great, just like in a marriage or a personal relationship, but when the shit hits the fan, it really is not fun. And there's a lot of things to take into consideration when you get into partnership. If you will go into the Facebook group here and just search for #partnerships or partners, I think, I've done some videos around this in the past, and you're going to get a lot of great information from some of the videos and answers that have already been answered in here. You're going to need a good operating agreement that takes into consideration things like what happens if one of you dies, what happens if one of you becomes disabled, what happens if one of you quits. You're going to want employment contracts. You're going to want to know when your equity is vested. Like, say, for instance, you start an LLC or a corporation with somebody. You guys are best friends, you're good friends, or it's somebody you just met. You give them 30% of the company, issue the shares or issue the membership interest based on the fact that they're going to perform this role and you're going to perform this role, and you think everything's great. Next thing you know, they just go ahead and quit. But they still want to keep their membership interest because they've already been given it. You can't just take it back unless you have something in your operating agreement that says you can. So there's a lot of legality type of things that have to be taken into consideration. There's a lot of compensation things like have to be taken into consideration, like how much are you guys going to get paid? When are you going to get paid? So these are all kinds of things to take into consideration when bringing in a partner. It's always fantastic to have a great partnership, but there's a lot of checklist type things. What I would recommend is if and when you do decide that you do want to bring in a partner and you want to start creating that checklist, I would get into the AO Weekly Zoom with Dan Abate. He's our operations kind of guy. A lot of us have experience with this, but I think Dan would be able to give you, he's a very detail-oriented guy. He does macro level thinking as well, but he's very detail-oriented as well. He would be a good person to have that for you. In fact, I think I'm going to try to put together maybe a spreadsheet and put this into our portal at some point, so we always have this and I can refer you to it. Okay. Shirley, if you're watching this, would you put that on our parking lot as a reminder for me to put together some sort of partnership type of checklist of things to have? All right. I hope that helps, Derek. I'll also finish this, Derek. Another thing is sometimes people think they need partners when really they just need money, and that's really an investor, not a partner. A partner is somebody who's probably going to work in the business with you. If you're just looking for an investor, that's completely different. Okay? Hope that helps. Okay, the next question comes from Scott, and Scott says, is it best that I continue working with a large brokerage, or should I venture out and establish my own registered investment advisory brokerage myself? Fee-based, can be fee only, or should I look to join a team or partner with independent advisors? The background is financial planner, currently work with large firm, produce insurance, assets under management, fee-based planning, but limited scope on both the insurance and assets under management side. I'm becoming less interested in selling insurance, but it is a good revenue driver as I need to increase my assets under management 10 to 15x to make decent monthly recurring revenue. Torn on which direction I need to go. You know, Scott, I really think that that's a personal choice that you have to make for yourself. You know, you and I talked about this on our onboarding call. It takes time to build anything. Maybe it's a thing that you do a combination, you know, of things while you're building this. I really don't know what more I can add to you on this because, quite frankly, and I'm just speaking for me personally, okay, and I'm not advising you what to do, I can't imagine why anybody would be in that business anymore unless they're going to own the brokerage like Ryan Payne and his company does. Being an individual insurance agent or an individual financial planner, I mean, it's just very difficult to get into high levels of income with that. The money, the real money is in the brokerage and building a company. And so if it were me, I would want to own the brokerage, and I want to start recruiting other RIAs and other insurance planners or wealth managers or whatever it might be. I just like to think big. So that's just the way that my thinking always has been. We're going to put in a certain amount of time to work every day, regardless of whatever our career is. So I would rather my hours go to something big as opposed to something that's more limited. I'm going to work the same amount of hours. I'm just going to be doing different things. I'd rather be building people and have clients, and ultimately just be building people than just having a job, creating a job for myself. It's going to take time, just like anything, so there's got to be a mix in between the two. And I think that, you know, I told you that if you do want to talk to Ryan Payne, I'm sure that I could set up a phone call. He'd be more than happy to speak to you. He's really busy. But if you haven't spoke to him yet, you should talk to Ryan and ask him, you know, for some ideas around that. And I'm also going to make sure that he answers this question. You know, it's the same thing as real estate. I wouldn't want to be only a real estate agent. I'd want to own my own brokerage. I'd want to own my own general contractor business. I'd want to think bigger than just being a salesperson because I want to build something instead of just create a job for myself. I hope that helps. Not talking down to you. I mean, I think it's a great living that you're in, but I feel like you have these bigger goals. And Tom Black taught me one thing, that if I'm going to get into the Kentucky Derby, I want to be on the right horse. It doesn't matter how good the jockey is if he's not on a good horse. Meaning, as a person, I need to be with the right company or the right opportunity in order to win. And that's one of the biggest learning lessons that Tom taught me. Get into the right game on the right horse with the right company, get on the right bus with the right company, whatever it might be. So that's something to think about as you ponder this question yourself, okay? I hope that helps. Okay, the next question comes from Brad Coleman. Brad says, how would you boost sales on Amazon? The background is, I own an e-commerce luxury brand where we manufacture and sell apparel. I have recently joined an Amazon seller to try and get more exposure. I know there is a lot to this platform. Would you recommend hiring a specialist to help sell? If so, where could I find someone to help strengthen and strategize my account? You know, Brad, here's the thing, man. You're trying to bypass the building of a brand stage. Like, seriously, I don't know of any fashion brand that created clothing and apparel and just stuck it on Amazon and made any money at all. I mean, that's not where people go to buy clothes. They don't go to Amazon to buy clothes. At least I don't think they do. Maybe Todd Ferguson and a couple other guys can tell me and make me aware, but I'm going to make sure and have Joel answer this. I'm going to have, and then I know I connected you with Todd, who's going to talk to you as well because he knows Amazon inside and out. So that'll answer your question there. That Todd knows Amazon, and so does Torin here in the group. Man, you got to build your brand. You're a fashion brand. You know, you're like building the same type of business model that Tony is. So you got to get out there and work with retail outlets. You got to work with boutiques. You got to figure out who that ideal customer is and where they're going to go to buy what you have to offer. It might be car shows. It might be Indy 500. It might be getting it on the race circuit. If this is specifically for car enthusiasts, luxury car enthusiasts, you've got to get in front of those people and build a following of why they want your clothes. Okay? Why does somebody want your particular apparel? Okay? Why would, and then how are they going to know where to go search for it? Like, you've got to get out there in front of millions and millions of people and build that brand. This is going to, I'm envisioning that you have a brand awareness campaign going on. You're still in the very beginning phases of making people aware of who your company is, what it does, and why somebody would want to have it, to own it, to wear it. I don't think just putting something on Amazon and hoping that somebody searches for hoodie or hat or t-shirt or keychain or something, I don't think you're going to be able to compete with those big brands. I just don't see it. Now, this could be my naivety and my inexperience of the beauty of Amazon. Todd might be a better person to help you with that. I don't think it can hurt to get your listings there and see if you pick up some sales. Todd Ferguson would definitely be a person that I would talk to if I were you. And if I haven't introduced you guys, make sure you send me an email so I can get you guys an introduction, okay? Thanks, man. I know I already talked to him and he said he would talk to you. Okay, the next question comes from Martina, and I think I already answered this, but I'm going to answer it again in case I didn't. Better time management. How can I do it? The background is, to build up my new business, primarily nursing, I work full-time in a hospital with all of the shifting. Also, my 2 other nurses doing it. So we are using our salary for many things around the new business, but it's touching our health because we don't sleep enough, only 3 hours a day. Okay, well, I think that this would be not necessarily about your time management right now, Martina. Right now, it might make sense for you and your team to do a strategy session, a brainstorming strategy session for an afternoon or a day on a day that you might have off, like a Saturday or Sunday, whatever day off you guys have in your new business, if you have one. If you don't have one, make one. But I think it's sitting down with a whiteboard on the wall or whatever, and you guys talking through all the different challenges, processes, things going on in your business, and just getting it all out. Then prioritizing what is urgent, what needs attention, what can wait, and what's maybe a nice have, and start putting them into buckets of priority. And then delegating those different things that are needing to get done, and then using some sort of project management software. I don't know what software is available over in Europe, so you just have to do your research on what project management software is available in Europe, but it could even just be a piece of paper or an Excel spreadsheet. But start prioritizing the tasks that need to be done, and then setting dates, and then delegating who's going to do it, and telling them we're going to meet once a week for an update, once a month for an update, whatever it might be. Just that way, at least you have all the things that need working on and that need to get done, and you've got time attached to it of when it's going to get done and who's responsible. Just going through that strategic exercise can help you have better time management in your day. Okay, so you and I also talked about this exact topic on our phone call, that at some point you probably are going to need to look at getting a project manager person. You can find this type of person on Upwork or on Fiverr and get a freelance project manager person. The challenge for your business right now is, even if you found a good project manager, would you know how to communicate to them everything that you need to have done and the processes of how it all gets done? If you do, then maybe looking at a project manager now is the right time. If not, I would work on getting all of the processes put together so that when you do hire a project manager, you'll be able to get them trained and onboarded to help alleviate and take off some of those duties that you have where you feel like you're stretched as far as your time is concerned, okay? Hope that helps. Keep the questions coming. Okay, the next question comes from Paulina, and Paulina says, how to raise email open rates. The background is I've been sending out my weekly marketing emails for my accounting business, and my open rates are 8% for a contact list of 6,800. I use ActiveCampaign, and in the last couple of months, the open rate has been dropping. I keep trying different subject lines, but nothing has changed. Okay, well, are these customers or these prospects? I'm assuming these are prospects, or actually more leads. I know that when you were working with Tom, you had no problem finding new business. So I'm wondering why you're not actually making phone calls to get new business and relying on email. Because I remember you were getting too much business when you were working with Tom, and that's why you fired him. I don't know if you're still working with him, but I think I remember that. I am not an email marketing expert, so I am not the perfect person. I mean, we have 250 members here in AO. I thought that everybody would want to see the emails that we send out. We only have about a 30% email open rate in AO, and these are members. So I have no idea. That's not my thing. I'm going to get a few other mentors to answer this for you. There's also a guy here in the group, Jesse Navarro, and Jesse Navarro is amazing at email marketing, and so you might want to talk with him. You might also talk with Gabs. Gabs is also an email marketing person and knows about those types of things. But as far as I'm concerned, Paulina, and here's my harsh truth to you. You're an accountant and bookkeeper. Why in the world are you doing your own email marketing? That just doesn't even make sense to me. Okay, it just doesn't even make sense to me. You bill out $100 an hour. You could hire somebody for $40 an hour. Every hour you take doing emails and doing copy and sending out emails and analyzing and checking on it, that's time that you could be spending billing out those hours. I would highly recommend that you get that off of your plate and get an agency or somebody or a freelancer and let somebody else do this stuff for you. You are doing way too much in your own company that you could be billing out lots of hours or hiring more bookkeepers to bill out more hours. I know that you are stretched thin with your time, and it's time to just let go of some of these things. This is what's going to get you to that next level, okay? Get with Jesse, get with some people, try to find an agency who can do this stuff for you, please. This is what's really going to get you to the next level, okay? Hope that helps. I hate to tell you what to do, but I also want you to grow, and you've been in the same cycle for too long, and it's time to get to that next level. And the only way is to let go, trust that there's other people that are going to be better than you at it, and you just be great at what you do and grow your team. Okay. Okay. The last question comes from Connor, and Connor says, "How should I be spending money on my brand new company in an efficient manner?" The background is I am a part-time solopreneur with a mobile auto detailing business in Canada. The company is less than a few months old, and I'm consistently cleaning 3 to 5 vehicles a week at approximately $150. With the profits from my company, how do I determine whether to allocate the profits to marketing versus more tools versus hiring somebody? Well, Connor, I can't wait to talk to you. I know that you just joined AO, so good job on asking your first question. You and I need to talk about this because I need to understand what your goal is. Okay, if your goal is to build a company, the mobile detailing business is a very, very complex company to grow. I have tried to work with mobile auto detailing companies for years. They all get stuck working really hard, doing their own cleaning of their cars, and they have a hard time hiring people because the entry level to get into that business, the barrier of entry is easy. When you train a mobile auto detailer and they start working on cars, they sit there and they say, why am I not doing this for myself? Why am I working for Connor? The people that make money in the mobile auto detailing business ultimately end up opening up their own retail car wash company and doing the auto detailing as part of that. They've got the recurring revenue streams coming in by having a great location and cleaning cars, people that want to just take it through the car wash, and then get it detailed if they want, and then maybe have a mobile detailing component to that business. The mobile detailing business is a great side business right now. To answer your question, any money that you get in, I would just spend more money on marketing to fill up your schedule until you are so busy that you just can't take on any more clients, and then probably realize that that's where it's going to stop. Because if you hire somebody, they're going to end up working for themselves, and it's going to be a vicious cycle that continues to over and over and over again. So I really want to have a conversation with you and determine what your long-term goals are. I'm not feeling like maybe your long-term goal is to be in the mobile auto detailing business forever. So I'd like to understand what your long-term goal is so we can start working on that, and that can help me better answer this question of what you would want to do more with your money. Okay? Hope that helps. And I'm going to get some more mentors to answer this, but I think we really need to talk before we really start getting some other mentors involved so that I can help guide you on what questions to ask and what resources to start looking at. Okay? All right, great question. I appreciate everybody. As you know, after this video, Honey, my assistant, is going to download this video from Facebook and upload it to YouTube. So it's going to be on the Accelerators Organization YouTube channel. And she's going to send you an email directly with a link to my response to your question, and to make it nice and easy for you. And then every Friday we do a weekly recap so that you can see all the questions that were asked by which mentors and answered. So I hope you like the process, and I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Peace out.